Yo guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another Chicago Bears video. Now it is Friday, we play the Lions on Sunday, and Zach and I thought it'd be a good idea just to kind of discuss everything that's happened over the last few days. It seems like so much is going on for Bear football. I want to first talk about Matt Nagy's press conference today and what he did address in terms of like who will be at the quarterback and who's going to be calling plays. Now Zach actually watched the whole thing. I unfortunately was not awake for it. So let's start with the quarterback situation. I've heard Dalton and Fields both say they feel good. Who do you think is going to start on Sunday?
Based off of watching the press conference and hearing what Matt Nagy said, it pains me to say, but Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
And it, like, the way Matt Nagy was just talking about it, one of the reporters even said, I can't remember, it was like, why would you put a quarterback out there with a knee injury if you know he's not 100%? And then Matt Nagy then proceeds to go, well, what if Justin Fields goes out there and a 300-pound man goes down on him and he hurts his hand more?
It's no secret Matt Nagy is team Andy Dalton. And my fear here is Andy Dalton and Matt Nagy are going to go into Sunday with the Andy Dalton playbook. Dalton's going to get hurt again. They're going to have to bring in Fields, and it's going to be just the same thing over and over again, just repeated of the last couple of weeks. I want to see Justin Fields play, and I think if Bill Lazor does call plays, that benefits Justin Fields. I saw a quote he said today about how good Fields looked in practice, and I don't want to hear about practice anymore. I want to see it out in the field. Nagy's unwilling to name who's going to be calling plays on Sunday, which I feel like is part of him trying to cover up for himself. Like if the Bears look good on Sunday, right, I'm sure Matt Nagy will come out and be like, yeah, I was the one that called plays, right? That was all me. But I think it's just, at this point in time, I don't know how you can not name a quarterback and like how you can't game plan like the week before, because that just seems like a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, and a reporter asked if this was to keep the Lions guessing, and Matt Nagy said, well, what if they know who we're starting and no game plan? Like, the amount of what if Matt Nagy said, it's inexcusable for like a coach.
All right, as we move on to the injury report, of course we got to talk about Abe Goldman. It looks like he's going to make his return finally. He's been out of football for over a year now. The last time we saw him play was in 2019. Yeah, 2019, which is crazy to think about. It looks like Deshaun Gibson is going to be out again. He is doubtful, so I assume we're going to see some more of Deion Bush.
Which he did not do bad last week.
No, Deion wasn't terrible. He missed a couple tackles, but I felt like he's a decent replacement. Now, Khalil Mack, I thought Khalil Mack was going to be doubtful. It does look like he's going to be questionable. He was hurt, then he came back in the game. So hopefully he does end up playing. Mooney with a groin injury for a speedy guy, that scares me. You never want to see one of your speedsters have a groin injury.
Yeah, but I mean, he was on the injury report last week going into the game with the groin injury as well. So, I mean, he's listed as questionable. Obviously, you don't want to see that, but I feel like he'll play.
A little side note here, because in preseason and even, leading up to preseason, there was so much talk. We'd signed Jesse James, and he looked awesome, right? And maybe it's the fact that our passing game so poor and none of our tight ends can seem to get involved, but I see he didn't practice a lot of this week for personal stuff. I would love to see him get out there and get some. I believe he caught a Justin Fields touchdown in the preseason, right?
Yeah, he did.
Anyway, guys, let's backtrack now to Tuesday or Wednesday. News did come out that the Bears had signed a purchase agreement for Arlington International Racecourse, a move that takes them a step closer towards securing property for a new stadium and leaving their longtime home at Soldier Field. Now, Zach and I have made a video about this previously and kind of gave our opinions, but it seems like this might be heating up here, huh?
Yeah, and I don't like it.
No?
I'm going to be straight up for it. I don't like it. There's nothing wrong with Soldier Field right now. It's not like it's that out of date or anything. I mean, if you wanted to, guaranteed they're going to want to put a dome on this one or something probably. If you want to do that, just go ahead and put a dome on Soldier Field or just renovate. But, like, the thing about Chicago is, you go in there, it's like Lambeau Field. You're not going to go see a move Lambeau, put a dome on Lambeau Field for December games, because the perk of that, of home field advantage, is playing in the snow, and you guys know what it's like. Like, imagine you're having the Rams come from LA to play in the snow, and they've never played in the snow. They're not going to know how. That's just the thing I love about Chicago football, and taking that away potentially,
the weather's a huge advantage for Chicago. I will say there are parts, again, I only started going to Soldier Field back in 2018, 2019. I don't feel like I have this connection like a lot of Chicagoans do. Obviously, it's part of the city. You know, you got the skyline, you got the lakefront, all that stuff. Now, the stadium it's no secret. It's out of date. It's the second oldest stadium in football behind Lambeau. The parking's a nightmare. That's the one thing that drives me insane. Going there trying to get like parking is so hard. But the idea of like the Bears stadium not being in Chicago, that does worry me.
Lakefront, like the lakefront wind as well. I mean, it affects Bears kickers. It affects
It's cold.
I mean, yeah, it's just I don't want to see the Bears move. I mean, just like I'm sure Packer fans don't want to see Packers move. Like it's two of the most historic franchises in a historic field, so you don't want to see them leave.
Anyway, guys, let us know your comments down below. Normally, I come on here and tell you I'm excited for Sunday's game, but at this point, I don't even know. Like, I'm more concerned than anything. Guys, make sure you check out Zach. Streams down on Twitch every single night. Make sure you guys do drop a like. Make sure you guys do drop a subscription. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.